How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. So we got a brand new video here today. This is going to be the new Guthix haul. So this is a pretty fast way to train your divination, especially if you're lower level. If you're a higher level player, it's still good, but it's actually more meant for lower levels, I think. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump right on into it and show you guys what's going on. So in your inventory, you're going to want to get these jars, which I'll show you where to get those when we get in there. But you're also going to want to have decorated divination urns. If you have those, use the urn enhancer if you have that, and also put the wise perk surge, wise and mobile somewhere on your body. It can be on an offhand, main hand, whatever you want to. And then ignore this bot because I'll show you where to get those when we get in the game. But a quick way to teleport to where you're going is going to be able to have one of these balanced engrams. You can use any engram you want to. And if you don't know where to get an engram, you can get an engram pretty easily by teleporting to the Falador lodestone, then walking slightly east. Also, if you look up engrams on the wiki, it'll show you where to get them all. You only need one though, and then once you have one, you can just right-click it, click on teleport. Once you have that, it'll teleport you straight there. There's another alternative too, and this is for people who already have these. If you don't have these yet, then it's kind of hard to use them. That's why I said the engram. But anyway, if you have a memory shard in your pouch down here, you can just click teleport on that memory shard, and it'll also take you to the same place. So once you are here, then you can just go over here to the pool. So we'll just search on over to the pool. The pool is right here in the middle of the Guthix Memorial, so just click on the pool to enter it. You do have to have level 70 to access this, so just keep that in mind. When you get down here, guys, I'm not going to explain everything to do with this, but I will go in briefly. That way I can, just move the video pretty quickly. So right over here is going to be the jar depot. So go over here and grab as many jars as you can. Basically fill up your entire inventory. The jar is depot. All you gotta do is click it one time, don't spam it, and it'll fill up your inventory. Once you have these empty jars, they will begin to fill depending on what you're doing in the mini game down here. It's not really a mini game, I guess, but just the training area down here. You will be able to fill up these memory jars. Once you have memory jars full, you can go throw them into the little pool over here, and I'll show you that in a moment. But let's get on to how you actually get the EXP while you are here. So when you very first come down here, you're going to want to talk to the Archivist. The Archivist is going to give you these 5 little crest bots that are going to be in your inventory, and each one will require 250 of a certain type of energy. You basically just go around and collect that energy, and then when you're all done, you can cash in each one of the bots for a certain amount of XP. When you are totally done with all 5 bots, then he will start giving you these leftover bots. These leftover bots require 50 of each type of energy you can get down here. And then once you have completed all of them, it gives you right around, I think it was 11,600 EXP is what I got with being level 99. If you were lower level, then I think it scales to your level. But overall, it's pretty good XP to do that. Something else to keep in mind while you're here is while you are actually doing this game and filling up these things, you can actually do a 2-tick method. So let me explain what the 2-tick method is really quick. Basically, while you're sitting here doing normal harvesting, it's basically on a 3-tick times. The game ticks, by the way. Also, this has been confirmed by a JMod that is totally allowed to do this. So what I'm about to tell you is not a bug abuse. Don't worry about that. Essentially, what you got to do is when you click one of these things, if you just click right when you see the XP drop, then it will make it so the XP drops go way quicker. So the Afk method is doing 3-tick, and that will basically get you the normal speed for XP drops. And then if you're doing it on a not Afk way, and you want to get it done way quicker, then do it like this. You will get significantly more XP per hour, like dramatically different, if you are doing it this way rather than training in the other way. Especially when it comes to filling up your actual jars. The XP you get from doing these little siphon type things is not the greatest. Also keep in mind the XP drops you're seeing is based on bonus experience. I do have bonus experience. But the bonus experience does not affect these jars, but they will fill up a lot quicker if you have the 2-tick method. Now the next thing I want to talk about here is going to be to use a friend chat. So there's a friend chat, and the friend chat is the core hunting friend chat. I had to actually look at the name really quick because I kind of forgot. Core hunting, literally. It's core hunting with no space. Once you join the core hunting area, then you can basically just look to see where they are calling, and then you can hop to that world. So they are calling world 98 right now. I'll show you what's going to happen when you get there and explain how to start this even if you're not using a friend chat. So hopping quickly over here. Just waiting, XP loss. Okay, when you get here, you'll see there's a ton of people here. Essentially, what's going on is we're siphoning from the very middle, and as you can see, the XP drops are considerably higher here. There's still nothing crazy. I'm getting 55 each from this Saren one, but the only thing is, though, is if you're not using bonus experience, it's quite a bit less than this. It's right around like 25 or 30 each drop. But the thing is, with harvesting these centers, you will actually get quite a bit more to fill up your memory jar. They fill up a lot quicker. Something to mention while you're doing this also, guys, is that you are able to two-tick this. So if you would like to, then you can two-tick this. Essentially do it the exact same way where you click on the XP drops while you're doing that. I'm not going to do that in the video, but you can do that and it is way faster. Also, something else too is while you are only siphoning from the center, so if you're using the friend chat and hopping to each one of the different spots, the memory storage bot is not going to fill up. So just remember that if you're trying to fill up the memory storage bot, it's not going to work. Also, part of the master quest cape is to click inspect on each one of these things. So when you see one of these things, you basically just click inspect, and then you just hold down your space bar or whatever you want to do, because no one actually reads any lines of chat in RuneScape, and then that will allow you to just go through it really quick. Now, as you can see, the friend chat is just called the World 48, so I would hop to World 48. Now, I'm not going to do this very long because I want to make this video a little bit shorter. I just want to show you guys how everything is going. So once we get here, okay, we're here. So you can just harvest this. There is, I believe, 5 different ones of these engram things that you can actually get to. So once you've inspected all of them, that will unlock the Master Quest Cape requirement. There's also a new completionist requirement. I believe it is the trim completionist requirement, where you have to fill up 50 of these extra memory storage bots. So also, while you are doing this, guys, there's going to be some random events that are going to pop up. One of them is butterflies, which is extremely rare. Another one is a whole bunch of little blue cores that float around. They come out of these green portals right here, and then they float around, and essentially you get right around 1,000 experience each time you do that. I believe that might scale to your level, so if you're lower level, then they might not give you 1,000, but it does give you a lot of experience extra if you do that. It's also really nice if you get that in a smaller world, though, because each one of those spheres is shared, which means if you try to do it in a group like this, you're going to have a really hard time actually getting any XP out of it. One last thing, too, you will see these big white orbs pop up. They're about the size of this faded memory, a little bit bigger, though, and those go over on these plinths. So you'll see these 6 different plinths. There's 3 on the right side. There is also 3 on the left side. These plinths are where you put the big white orb, and that is actually how you open up this bud in the middle, and that is how these people in the friend chat are actually doing it. So essentially the friend chat is just working together to call out the worlds that are almost opened, and that is the worlds that you hop to. Now, something else to keep in mind too is once you have filled up lots of these memory jars, that is where you get the actual experience rates. So the actual experience rates from just doing the siphoning, like doing out of that, or doing the little robots, is actually not that good of experience, but the big experience is where you come over to the unstable rift. So after you've filled up your memory jars, then simply just click on this and it will dump them in the center. This is once again based on your XP, and as you can see right there, 9,685 was from that drop. I get a bunch from this drop too, a bunch from this drop too. This is also using up your decorated divination urns. I found that at my level and everything, I'm not sure if that actually scales for level, but from what I get from this, I get about 36% of a divination urn filled up from each one of the jars that I cash in. So, what are the XP rates? So the XP rates here vary wildly. They vary wildly depending on what you're doing, and that's the reason why most guides out there and most people on Reddit and everything don't really know what the actual rates are right now, is because they vary so much. First of all, you should know this entire area pretty much scales to your level. So depending on what your level is going to change pretty dramatically. At level 99, I did time it, and I was able to get 185,000 experience in 1 hour. Now, 185,000 experience was based on me using the Elder Divination suit, as well as a Wise 2 on my weapon. I was also filling up these memory jars and using the decorated divination urns without the urn enhancer. I also did not include my bonus experience in that. So, and then also I did not do the 2-tick method. I basically just did the regular old Afk method. But what I did is I hopped these memory buds the entire time, because that is the fastest experience available. So, doing all that with the fastest experience available, I was able to get about 185,000 EXP in my 1 hour. If you are doing the 2-tick method, then I believe you can get pretty close to 300,000 experience in your hour at level 99. Getting past 300,000 experience at that level, I'm not really sure how anyone would really be able to do that unless they have bonus experience and they're counting that in. So I believe that the people who have said that they've gotten above 300,000, unless I'm wrong, are just counting in their bonus experience. So what that means is that this is a pretty fast method, especially for lower level players. If you are a higher level player though, then Guthixian caches is still better, and doing the ARC contracts is also still better. Don't forget that you can use your Jack of Trade aura 3 times per day. You can use the aura one time, you can reset the aura with Hellion, and then you can also reset the aura with Viswax. So doing those 3 methods is actually all 3 faster than doing this, but if you are a lower level who is not yet 95 or 99, then this is actually probably one of the best things in the game to do. So I really hope this guide helps you out. If it did, be sure to leave a like, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more guides like this. If any more questions about this area, I'm going to be training here a bit more because I want to get my 50 memory storage bots filled up. So I'm going to be learning more probably as I am here, but if you guys have more questions, feel free to put in the comments below and I'll be sure to answer them. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you next time.